Okay, I know in the previous chapter review I didn't like the fact that the technique was called Evening Elephant, but after reading this week's chapter, I take back everything I said about it. Guy Sensei, you are awesome! Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, bringing you Naruto Chapter 669, 8 Inner Gates Battle Formation. So the chapter begins with Guy using the Evening Elephant on Madara. Apparently the Evening Elephant has 5 different steps, and Guy uses the first step to what looks like summon a giant elephant foot to squish Madara, to stomp on him, which he blocks with his staff. However, it's not enough, and he gets pushed back onto the ground, in fact, way deep below the ground, probably 40, maybe even 50 feet below the ground. Now, Guy was going to proceed to use the second step. However, even though he momentarily activated the 8th chakra gate, his body is feeling an unbelievable amount of pain. And we all know that when you activate the 5th gate of limit, your body goes through a huge amount of strain and pain. Imagine that pain being intensified when you activate the gate of death, the 8th gate. So Guy is going through some unbearable pain right now, but he's already gotten used to it and he doesn't want to give Madara a single opening. Meanwhile, in the hole deep underground, Madara doesn't seem to be damaged at all. That first step, all it did was just crack and break one of his horns. Now, according to Madara, apparently that giant elephant foot was basically an air cannon, the force of air produced by that one single punch. Now, Madara said that he has to avoid a direct hit with that technique, because if he gets hit by 4 or 5 more of those things, he's in some serious shit. So he gets out of the hole, and yet despite what he thought in the previous page, in the next page, he's all like excited and wants to be entertained with this fight. I know that he's intrigued by the 8 Inner Gates battle formation, but is Madara not taking this seriously? Because he said that if he gets hit by 4 or 5 more of those things, he'll be in some serious trouble. So, come on Madara, this is not something to be joking around. Meanwhile, with Kakashi, Gaara, Lee, and Minato, Gaara was confused of what Guy did, so Kakashi explains to him about the 8 Inner Gates battle formation, which we all know that when you release the limiters or the chakra gates in your body, it gives you a huge power boost. We already knew that. It was explained in chapter 85, I believe. What Kakashi is explaining to Gaara is basically confirming what Kakashi said back in chapter 85. This also confirms that the power one gets when releasing all 8 limiters will exceed even the 5 Kages. But this also confirms that after using that technique, the user will die. Now with Guy, he's heading towards Madara just by kicking the air. Damn, even the forces of his kicks are that strong. Imagine what will happen if he kicks Madara right in the face. Now back with Gaara, he was thinking about his fight with Lee back in the tuning exams. Fun fact, the Lee versus Gaara fight in the tuning exams was the very first scene that I've ever saw in Naruto. And that very scene in the anime was what got me to like Naruto, what got me into it. It was one of my favorite fights. Now when Gaara remembered his fight with Lee back in the tuning exams, he felt sorry for Lee, especially when Guy protected Lee before Gaara could kill him with his sand back in the tuning exams. However, Lee puts on a brave face, saying that he won't be sad anymore in front of a man who's decided his own fate. To pity or grieve him would be an insult. Good for you, Lee. Please, Kishimoto, let him fight. Let him participate in any way. Please. Want Lee to do something cool in this war. So instead of just standing there watching Guy fight against Madara all by himself, Minato decides to come up with a plan to help Guy out as backup. Minato informs the others about the Omniotin black orbs that Madara has and what they can do. They can change their form with almost limitless reserve. Whatever point they touch disappears, and they can can fly around 70 meters. If the black orbs go any further, Madara will lose control over them, which explains why that black Amnioten orb, I believe 2-3 chapters ago, stopped in midair and returned back to Madara. So since that was the case, Kakashi should be able to teleport them away with his Kamui, and if Madara loses sight of the Amnioten orbs, he should also lose control. Yeah, do they not know that if they teleport the Amnioten orbs into the Kamui dimension, they're teleporting them to where Obito, Sakura, and Naruto are? Speaking of which, how's that Rasengan doing anyway? Now with Kakashi, apparently even if you're a non-Uchiha and have a Sharingan eye that has its own Mangekyo Sharingan, you can still go blind. So now, finally, Kakashi lost all vision out of his left eye. Now he loses his vision. The dude used Kamui so many goddamn times, even after he lost Kurama's chakra. And it's only now he lost all vision of his eye. Okay, if we're going with that sense of logic, then Obito should also be going blind too. I mean, didn't he use Kamui multiple times too? Duh, fuck it. Moving on, Minato wants Gaara to produce some sand to fly Kakashi through the air. However, with the speed that his sand goes, it'll be easy for him to become a target. Minato says it's okay as long as Kakashi takes some of his kunai, but suddenly Lee uses his 8 gates, releasing the 6th gate of view. Now, the last time I recall him using the 8 inner gates, I think he could release up to 4 or 5. Now he could only go up to 6, which he curses himself for his lack of power. Minato says that it's okay, because he's still a green leaf that Guy would risk his life to protect. Now with Lee, I thought his limit was going to be 7, not 6. That was something I wasn't expecting, especially since we haven't actually seen Lee fight in this time skip, at least not a lot. Now meanwhile with Guy, he's using his speed to hopefully confuse Madara by spinning around him. Guy then uses the Night Elephant for step again, however Madara seems prepared as he uses his Amnioten orbs to produce a shield, which actually helps protect him. However, that first step was just merely a diversion so that Guy can go behind him and attack him with his second step. Now in this one panel when Madara got hit by the second step, I actually like how it was drawn because it shows how intense the force of the air when he got hit by the second step. But I think it will look even better in the anime. So Guy proceeds to use the third and fourth step, which the elephant feet crisscross from each other, hitting Madara in multiple directions. Madara can't move and he even starts to cough up blood. Now keep in mind, when Madara became mortal, nobody ever caused serious damage towards this guy. Well, except for that one time he lost his arm against the 9 Bijus, but he got his arm reattached by White Zetsu, so yeah. So aside from the 9 Bijus, Guy is the first human to cause serious damage to Madara ever since he became mortal. Guy Sensei, you are awesome! So anyway, back with the fight. Guy was about to use the 5th and final step. However, Madara tries to use his Amnioten orbs, except this time creating a shield surrounding him, protecting himself, while launching the rest of the Amnioten orbs towards Guy. Lee throws the tri-pronged kunai up between the black orbs and Guy. Minato, with another kunai in his mouth, uses the Hiraishin to teleport right between Guy and the Amnioten orbs, then uses the Hiraishin again to teleport himself and the Amnioten orbs away from Guy, while Kakashi, flying with Gaara's sand, uses his Kamui to teleport a portion of the shield away. Then Guy proceeds to use the 5th step and punches him right on the back, right through the other side of the shield, knocking him down to the ground. Now that was really good teamwork. But despite all that damage on Madara, he is still able to get up, wipe the blood out of his mouth, and says, "Not since Hashirama have I been this excited." And he's egging Guy on to keep on attacking to see what more he can do and for him to entertain him a little longer. Okay, like a few pages ago, he said that if he got hit by 4 or 5 more of those things, he'll be in some serious trouble. He got hit by 4 of those things. And I know he is the Jubi Jinchuriki and all that, but he's still able to get up like it's nothing, even though he was coughing up blood, even though he's taking direct hits by those attacks? Seriously? Okay, I think all that power is going straight to his head. But maybe this time he'll take it seriously and not dick around, because it looks like that it's Madara's turn to go on the offensive. However, we move to a different location with water dripping, and inside the water is Naruto, and he's finally been revived. And that is where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 669. What did I think? Oh my god, Guy Sensei was freaking awesome with this fight. I really liked this chapter, seeing Guy going all out with the 8 inner chakra gates, battle formation with the evening elephant. But I hope there's more to it. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but it would be so freaking awesome if there were. Maybe Guy can create like an air cannon shaped like a freaking huge elephant. That would be fucking awesome. Hopefully this isn't it for him, because I know Madara might go on the offensive next, and hopefully Guy won't take some serious damage. I know he already is by just unleashing all 8 chakra gates alone, but I want Guy to hold his own against Madara, and hopefully that will happen. Minato, I gotta give kudos to him for coming up with that plan, and good job to everybody actually helping out. Although all Lee did was throw kunai while releasing 6 of the 8 chakra gates. Hopefully Lee will do more. I really want that to happen because Lee is one of my favorite characters. I was hoping he'll fight side by side with Guy, but maybe he'll do more next chapter, hopefully. Now, there was one thing that kind of confused me. Maybe one of you guys can clear it up, but I know it's stated that using the Mangekyo Sharingan multiple times will make your eyes blind. However, it seems that you can still use the Mangekyo Sharingan even if your eyes go blind. So, even with that side effect, you can still use the Mangekyo Sharingan either way, because what if you keep using it even though your eyes go blind? Will there be another side effect towards your eyes or something? I don't know. Maybe one of you guys can like clear this up for me. Now, in the final panel, Naruto is alive. I can't help but feel like in next week's chapter, we're gonna see Naruto, which I'm assuming is in his mindscape because of the water dripping. Maybe he's going to talk with the other half of Kurama. But I've heard rumors that he is going to talk to the Rikudo Sennin. Now, I don't know if Naruto still has the portions of the remaining bijus, well, minus Kyuki and Shukaku, because I thought his chakra was already extracted from him from Madara. That or those chakras returned to their owners. So I'm not sure if he's gonna like meet the Rikudo Sennin himself. I'm a bit skeptical with that, but also I don't know if he'll also become a Jubi Jinchuriki himself, but we'll just have to wait and see, because I know next week we're gonna focus on Naruto, on what's going on with his mind. Part of me is okay with this, but the other part of me is saying, no, fuck that. I want to see more of Guy. And frankly, I know a lot of people are hyped that Naruto's alive. Yeah, that's great and all, but this is Guy's chance to shine. Keep in mind, this is Guy's time, okay? So overall, I thought the chapter was really, really good. Cool teamwork. The evening elephant was freaking awesome. Guy kicked ass, and Madara, I think that power is all going in his head, but hopefully he won't come off as too arrogant. I know next week's chapter we're probably going to focus more on Naruto. I mean, it will be interesting to see him talk to the other half of Kurama, but part of me wants to see more of Guy. I really want to see more of that, really. But we'll just have to wait and see next week's chapter. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 669. Tell me guys, what did you think of this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of Guy using the evening elephant? Was that awesome or was that underwhelming? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos. Also, be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 669. I'm gonna respond 27 and I will see you guys later. Bye. Wait a minute. Didn't those Omnioten orbs hit Minato? So does this mean that there are going to be multiple body parts of Minato splayed across the field? Because if that were to happen, then Minato is completely helpless now.